have this little mini palette from Dollar Tree, this Shamrock cutout that I got from Hobby Lobby, and one of these wood slices that I had my hubby cut out for me. And I do have a variety pack of these in my Etsy shop if that's something that you need. I'm going to start by using some of this antique wax by Waverly to wipe onto my palette. I'm going to brush a little on first, and then I'm going to take this wet wipe and smear it all around so that it looks more like a stain. And this is going to be visible from all sides, so I'm going to make sure that I try to get the front, the back, and all the in-between, and then use my sander to rough up the edges. Next, I'm going to use some of this ink chalk paint by Waverly to work on distressing the edges. I'm sponging it on with this brush just to the sides and the corners, and then I'm using this wet wipe to smear it around. And I really like the aged look that it creates here. Next, I'm going to use this moss color chalk paint, also by Waverly, to paint my Shamrock. I'm going to give it a nice full coat, and then once that's dry, I'm going to sand the edges to rough them up a little bit and a little on the top. And then I'm also going to take this wet wipe with some of that brown wax and black paint to distress the edges. Once all that is dry, then I'm going to hot glue it towards the top of my palette because I'm going to be covering up some of the bottom part. I'm going to use my sander here to rough up those edges again, and here's what I have so far. If you wanted to just keep it simple and maybe add it to a tier tray, you could stop there, but I'm going to glue it onto this wood slice and decorate a little more. I'm going to add a small handful of moss to this front side and trim it up a little. And then I have this bow that I just did a simple tie with, and I'm going to glue it on the front. Use some of this greenery that I got from Hobby Lobby, cut it into smaller pieces, and glue it in behind that little bow. Then I'm going to use some antique wax to lightly wipe onto these little white baby's breath sprigs that I had in my stash, and I'm going to glue a few of those behind that bow as well. And then I'm going to do the same thing at the top, glue in a few of those green sprigs, and then glue in a few of those distressed baby's breath sprigs to just give it a little touch of color to break up the green. And I think it just made a really nice combination there. Then I'm going to hot glue some moss around the top edge of that palette as well so that it matches the bottom. I trimmed up some of the scraggly pieces, and now I have a cute little rustic table sitter for St. Patrick's Day. I really love how the light green springy pieces look against that darker background. So thanks for watching my video today, and I hope it inspired you to get a little crafty.